time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time. Every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, get smarter. Every time I get it. Every time I get it. Every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, get smarter. Every time I get it. Every time I get it. Whoa. Opposition can't touch me at all. I'm rising up every day and I never will fall. What you do, I see it all through a crystal ball. Swallow will, baby, go, go, never stall. Whoa, baby, and what you think about how I flow, baby? You can see me rising up every single day. Got the GPS navigation, yeah, I'm on the way. And I'ma say it like, every time that I'm down, I rise up. Every time they hate, go harder. Every time I fall, guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of WEF Strikeout. I am your color commentator for the evening, Alex Black. However, I am not alone at the commentary table. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome the COO of Real Undisputed Wrestling, Michael, to the commentary table. Michael, how are we feeling tonight? You're feeling good? All right. Let's get into a night of action. Ladies and gentlemen, we have six huge matches in store for you tonight. We have seen these two do battle before in the past. The Nemesis James Taylor versus Jon Moxley. And, you know, ever since Jon Moxley decided to join up with Randy Orton in their Evolution stable, I mean, Evolution hasn't really been doing very good. So, you know, if Death Incorporated is able to secure another victory here tonight, that will certainly not be a good look for Evolution. But Michael, what are your thoughts on this match?
Well, personally, I've watched Jon Moxley for years, and, you know, Jon Moxley's always been one dominant motherfucker. So, I think James Taylor's going to have a handful tonight. You know, they fought before, like you said, but I think I'm going to have Jon Moxley tonight winning this match.
All right, so we got Michael predicting Jon Moxley. I got to be an unbiased commentator. I don't really have any predictions. But yeah, these two have done battle before in the past, as I mentioned. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to waste any more time. Moxley versus Taylor in our very first contest. And here is Jon Moxley. A lot of people consider him to be, as you stated, Michael, one of the best professional wrestlers walking God's green earth today.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing Evolution from Cincinnati, Ohio,
but half before he even got WWE, you know, he would have all these dark matches. We would go through war.
I can't watch this entrance. I heard this one backstage talking up their own work non-stop. Why don't they get in the ring and prove it, huh? That's what they're doing right now, Corey.
It's always a fun watch whenever he's in.
See what they've got.
Oh yeah, most definitely. James Taylor representing Jon Moxley's time in Combat Zone Wrestling. And man, did he have wars with the likes of Nick Gage, Brain Damage, B-Boy, etc., etc. But that's in the past. This is the present, and tonight he has to deal with this man, the Nemesis James Taylor.
And his opponent, representing Money Incorporated from Dallas, Texas.
I'm just CEO. I don't really watch a lot of it. I pay attention to the numbers more than anything. But, you know, this guy, he's done a lot. Tag team champions, former tag team champion. Done a lot with just overall here, especially in WEF. He's always been a really good wrestler. I don't think he's as good as Jon Moxley, but I guess we'll find out tonight here one-on-one.
Oh yeah, this man right here is a former RUW World Heavyweight Champion, former two-time RUW Internet Champion. That title, of course, currently being held by Alexander Kelly. And James Taylor actually advanced to the finals of the 2026 RUW King of the Ring tournament. We will see him in action in the finals this coming week on Decimation. And ladies and gentlemen, this contest is now underway, and Jon Moxley is not wasting any time sending a message to James Taylor, but not only James Taylor, but to Jeff Incorporated as a whole.
There's no roadblock you can put in his path
Oh!
that would alter his drive or ambition.
Jon Moxley with a beautiful spinebuster into the cover. Oh, but this contest just started. It's going to take a lot more than that to put down a former world champion.
Yes, I love to see these early pins. You know, they take a lot out of you. To be able to throw off, you know, a 200-plus pound man like that. It takes a lot out of you, and it wears you down quickly.
That, you know, Michael, very good
Nothing
point.
was being held back
That is a very good point. You know, it takes a lot of strength to just pick up and slam down a 200-plus pound man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Jon Moxley's like 225 pounds. James Taylor is around the 240 mark. Yeah, Jon Moxley's got James Taylor grounded. Oh, look at this. Unique surfboard submission locked in on James Taylor, but James able to get a quick escape. Yeah, if you ask me, he probably should have kept that cover. And look at this. Stun gun. Throat first off the top rope. Cover by Taylor. Oh, I'm surprised
he wasn't able to kick out sooner.
It seems like as this match progresses, Jon Moxley is seeming to get worn down more and more. You know, now he's getting that shoulder up at 2. It's only a matter of time before he won't be able to kick out at all. And James Taylor is continuing to pour this heavy offense. What a power slam!
He is the much older wrestler. You know, we always say this thing about how much longer do you have? Moxley,
Targeting the arm. This
what,
has got to
into his 40s?
Yeah. And the nemesis James Taylor, you know, being 42 years old, he started backyard wrestling in, I believe, 1998 or 99. Now, Jon Moxley, my God. Yeah, I believe James Taylor's been busted open following that bulldog. But Taylor caught that shoulder up at 1. That was a very close 1 count.
James Taylor's been busted open hard.
Yeah, but look at this. He's still fighting. It doesn't matter if James has blood running down his face. If anything, that just excites someone like the nemesis. Now, what's Mox thinking here? Oh, another spine buster being connected there.
moves from the ring to the outside.
Oh yeah, I'm not a wrestler myself, and I don't plan on becoming one. But yeah, I would say a spine buster certainly knocks the breath
Just
out of
rubbing
you.
salt in the wound now. The disrespect can be tasted in their mouth.
Maybe 2 if you're lucky, followed by a ton of wood. It's not fun.
Oh yeah.
Vicious stomps.
But now, both of these competitors are not in the ring, so a bump out there would be a lot more painful.
Connected with the axe handle.
And these two just going back and forth.
To gain the advantage.
Just a war going on between the nemesis and Jon Moxley.
But I really don't think the game plan is
Yeah. The officials now at a count of 6. Spine buster by the nemesis. And James may have this one in the bag.
gotta find a way back to the ring immediately.
And he'll get back into the ring himself.
Now Taylor sending up to that middle rope. Calling for Moxley to make it back up to his feet. Look at the blood running down the face of Taylor as he connects that double axe handle. No! Looking for a stunner. Moxley had it scouted. And Moxley bringing the fight, jab right to the throat. Just drops James Taylor like a fly.
Something's in store for him.
Now Jon, my God! Headlock driver spikes James Taylor right on the top of his head. That's the cover. Jon did
No
have his
time
hand
to
on
waste
the
being
ropes, but I
shocked.
didn't notice.
You've got to maintain pressure.
Yeah, that shouldn't even been a count, but you know, I guess the official didn't really see it. These two once again on the outside of the ring. James Taylor. No, it is not. This is not going to be pretty either. Suplex.
All the way up to all
Kidney first. On the outside of the ring, and it appears both of these men are down, but James, you know, being the first one to make it back up to his feet and cranking away at that head and neck of Jon Moxley, doing anything and everything he can, but Moxley able to break out of it.
It seems like every time one of these they get going, the other one has something to say.
Look at the amount of blood pouring out of the face of James Taylor, now running down the chest. James Taylor has been through it in this match.
Honestly surprised to not see Moxley bleeding.
He gets tossed
I
back
know,
into the
Moxley's been through a war too with the Nemesis. What an opening contest we were witnessing so far. Taylor on the top rope, elbow drop to the spine. But look at James, he is fatigued. He's just trying to get back as much energy as he possibly can in this match. And he may be looking on ending it. Stunner to Moxley. That's the cover. It's over.
Finally ends it. And all the bloodshed, perhaps worth it now.
Hits the start. College game.
That match deserves another look, folks.
And so many matches over the years. Not shocked to see it end. John Moxley's night tonight.
Yeah, John Moxley was able to block that first stunner. But James was just a little too quick on that second. And that stunner able to put John Moxley away. Looking back at the highlights of this match, that stunner right there is what ended it.
Here is your winner, James Taylor. He really wanted
My
this one back.
God.
Yeah, what a major win for him.
James Taylor got beat to shit in this match.
But I will say,
But he
the one
walked
who did
out
it
the
to them
winner.
isn't the one celebrating right now.
Yeah, look at him. The question is, though, will he be in a proper state to compete in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament later this week on Decimation? All right, well, I guess we'll see when RUW Decimation rolls around. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just the very first contest of the evening. And what a match that was. James Taylor able to secure a big victory over John Moxley, but that does not look good for Evolution. It really does not. Evolution just cannot seem to pick up a victory over Death Incorporated. Whether it's in one-on-one matches or tag team matches, seems Death Incorporated always gets the upper hand. But ladies and gentlemen, more action coming up next. And coming up next, folks, we have the Demon Judas taking on the Captain Brent Oakley. Judas claims that he will be showing both the RUW and WEF universe his new, quote, brutality. He claims to have revisioned himself. He claims to have found himself. And tonight he does battle with the Captain Brent Oakley. Michael, what are your thoughts on this match?
Look, truthfully, I don't really know much about either one of these two competitors. I know Judas, he's had some moments, had some flashes, but hasn't really done a lot with them. And Brent, I couldn't tell you a single thing about this guy, really. I ain't gonna lie to you, I really can't.
But Judas being a former RUW United States champion and a former WEF Intercontinental champion, when it comes to the Captain Brent Oakley, he has held only one piece of gold, that being the RUW 24/7 championship. He didn't hold it for very long. And now the 24/7 championship currently being held by the returning Drake Danger, who defeated the Madhouse Jackal in an open challenge just this past week on Decimation. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Judas versus the Captain Brent Oakley, coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the nation from the pits of hell, weighing in at 200.
There he is, Judas, the former leader of the Twisted Nation.
Isn't happy with the win unless they get a handshake from their opponent
Now
afterwards. A real
he
respect
claims to have
for the
reinvented
business. Can they
himself,
work their hands properly? Apparently, they like a spine.
claims to have found himself. But, you know, he did lose to King Vampire in the #1 contenders match last week on WEF Strikeout. And now we know that King Vampire will be the one to go after the Madhouse Jackal for his WEF United States Championship.
He seems to have reinvented himself. You know, we've seen a lot of people over the years say, I think I found myself. I've reinvented myself. I'm better than I was. And there's not a lot of people that have said that it seems like it truly has happened. The only real people I can think of off the top of my head recently, Cody Rhodes. That's really it. You know, not many people can say that. Maybe you can say Ashley, you know, says he found himself, and you know he's the current REW World Heavyweight Champion, so maybe he did, but we'll find out for sure.
Oh yeah, and speaking of people who claim to have reinvented himself, let's talk about the Captain Brent Oakley. Because not too long ago, in Pro Wrestling Revolver, this man turned his back on Alpha Sigma Sigma, and the Captain Brent Oakley also turned his back on BDE. This man has been disrespectful as all hell, even defeating BDE to become the Pro Wrestling Revolver Remix Champion. And that is not what tonight is about. Tonight is seeing if he can be able to defeat Judas. And both Judas and the Captain Brent Oakley ready for action here tonight.
You're looking at a
there's a bell and we are now underway.
With experience
Judas
comes
is not
confidence.
wasting
There's nothing you
any
can throw
time
at this
at
competitor
all
that could phase him
giving
in
a
the
message to the Captain.
He'll be looking to utilize that wisdom in this matchup.
Can't do that.
Oh!
This guy who's been pretty vocal lately, he's a superstar with a lot to say and even more to prove.
Get back up. You're going to find yourself down on the ground like he did just a second ago.
Exactly.
And
Oh no!
Springboard.
Badly miscalculated that whisper in the wind.
Both legs trapped. Don't do this.
No water on the floor, but he wasn't even aiming for it.
Throwing good behavior out of the window and going downstairs to get
And
the
a whisper in the
And
wind.
that was
Brent
a
Oakley's like,
precisely
that's how
measured
it's
attack.
done.
trying to find his bearings, but it looks
What
like
is
the
Brent
enemy's
lining up for here? No!
Oh, he had that spot.
Judas caught the drop kick.
Stops that
Now
offense
Brent
from
able to fight
connecting.
him off. And it's very wise to do what Brent Oakley is doing right now. Just trying to wear down Judas as much as he can, target the
He's just
rim.
stacking up these attacks.
Yeah, Judas tipped up right back up to his feet, and look at those strikes.
Ooh, vicious kick to the spine.
Followed it up.
Working on the arm. The sheen is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
He'll
find a way to counter back.
that takes a lot out of you. You know, you can't really climb the ropes as fast. You can't catch your breath as fast. You can't do really anything as quickly as you want to.
Michael, you are 100% right. And you know, me being a wrestling commentator, you would think that I would think of stuff like that. But to be honest with you, I really haven't. Covered by Judas, not even able to get a
Still
count
pretty
of one.
early in this match to go for a pin.
Oh, now Brent able to answer back, but so does Judas. Back and forth between those two. And now Judas hooking up Brent to the elevated flatliner.
He is locked in on his
Judas
target
looking
now.
for something here.
No! Who's looking for the demon shit? Oh my god! Impaler DDT. This one has to be over. Are you kidding me?
How did that happen?
Lands right on the top of his head. And Judas proving he still has a lot of fight left in him.
Wait a minute. Opponent's locked
Gets
in.
out of the way really quickly from that springboard.
Oh, able to counter the knee. Oh! Captain's hook! Connect! That's a cover. just like that, it's over.
That's a pretty big win.
He had a lot left. I mean, not even a
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
Just like that, it's all over.
Captain's hook knocks Judas out cold. But Judas tried everything he could, connecting that elevated flatliner. I thought it might have been over right there, but Judas, as you stated, able to pop that shoulder up before one, but that captain's hook put Judas down for good.
Judas says he reinvented himself. This is two back-to-back losses now. One of them is
Yeah, things are really not looking good for Judas. If he claims to have reinvented himself, he needs to start bringing the fight to his opponent. Because, yeah, that is two back-to-back losses. One to King Vampire, and now one to Judas. I'm sorry, one to Brent Oakley. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep an eye on Judas's progression as he continues his WEF and RUW careers, but we are still not done with the action just yet. Coming up next, folks, women's action. We saw Rhea Ripley make her RUW return just this past week on Decimation when she, for some reason, decided to attack someone that many people thought was her best friend when she interfered in the match between JC Jane and Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley interfered to hit a riptide on Io Sky of all people. So maybe something in Rhea has changed. Maybe she doesn't care about friendships anymore. She just cares about the gold that she carries. But tonight, she takes on the debuting Julia here in this contest. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Rhea Ripley is out for blood. Julia is just out to prove herself. Ripley versus Julia coming up next.
All that gold on display. She's got to be feeling mighty confident right about now.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia.
Here comes Rhea Ripley.
Women's champion.
The WWF Women's Championship, which seems to be broken. And the current WWE Women's Champion. However, tonight, on night 2 of SummerSlam, at the time of this being recorded, there will be a fatal five-way, four-way? It's four-way or five-way to determine the interim WWE Women's Champion. But no matter what, Rhea Ripley still has that title around her waist.
That means she's on top here. She's
they don't
in
usually
charge
hold
here.
interim title.
They really don't.
Surprised to see. And, you know, you mentioned she turned her back, you know, on her tag team opponent, Io Sky. It's not the first time she's done that to people. She's turned her back and reinvented herself so many times in her career. You look back at NXT, you know, compared to what she looks like now, completely different person.
Oh yeah, like you can't even tell that's the same person.
Take over WWE.
Then go look at what she did to some of the people in WWE.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, go think things, look at what she did to Edge. What she in
And the moniker
she's at a history level. It doesn't stop me that
says
she's
it all.
real.
Julia looks like a runway model, but hits
Anyways,
like a
here
sledgehammer.
is Julia.
She's as unpredictable as Bob as well.
Dominated in Japan.
Yeah, making her in-ring WWF debut. This woman, we all know her accomplishments. She conquered Japan. She conquered NXT. Well, and she's trying to conquer the main roster.
Satisfied, and she is always looking for more gold, more accolades
To get into
the
that
bottom
ladder
in
match
this business.
champion against Last Legend, I believe, and lost that match.
Yeah. Last Legend was too big of a fight for Julia to handle.
Introduce the WWE Universe reverse to strong style.
But can she win her WEF in-ring debut against the women's champion, Rhea Ripley? Oh yeah, Julia knows she's going to have to bring the fight. But let's not forget, Julia is someone who possesses a lot of stiff strikes in her arsenal. It looks like her and Rhea Ripley are going to have a collar and elbow tie up here, which Julia is able to get the upper hand on.
With a lot of height, and they just can't live.
Yeah. Look at that, just rinsing away at that arm and shoulder of the WEF Women's Champion. And now, just tossing her halfway across the ring with that arm drag, but all that did was piss Rhea off. Back suplex. Down goes Julia.
Rhea has all the ingredients she needs to cook up a win.
Oh, just taking down Julia with that hair whip.
Viciousness.
And now Rhea lining her up for a drop kick right to the temple.
That all makes for a very
But Julia right back up to her
when
feet,
it comes to truly
takes down the
dominant
women's
female
champion
competitors. Rhea
with a
Ripley
clothesline.
probably tops the list for most people.
Oh,
What a face
and
buster.
Julia here to play no games.
Basement
Oh,
drop kick.
what a drop kick. My God.
She can't be doing this. She can't let Rhea.
She cannot waste her time.
She fights back
Oh.
with the
Because
count.
that's what happens.
Great technique.
Oh, cover.
And there's the kick out.
No. Julia able to pop that shoulder up. Applies the cover of her own.
And that only gets a one count.
Not getting any more than a 1 count.
Oh, look at this. Out
Yeah,
to the
but
apron.
keep your eyes on Julia.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
To the ring.
Spine
Imagine
first
having to
on the
continue
edge of the
competing after
apron.
eating the apron like that.
And that is no exaggeration.
Scaling the turnbuckle here. Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Yeah.
Locks up.
But now both of these women going back to that collar and elbow tie-up. Rhea able to shove Julia off of her. Oh, but Julia answers back with a strike. Now Julia with the roll-up on Rhea.
She's not going quietly into the good night here.
Trying to
Making
catch the
things
women's
very
champion by
interesting.
surprise.
Anytime Rhea Ripley enters the ring, she's somehow even more dangerous than ever, more powerful.
Yeah, but right now she is answering back against Julia. And maybe I spoke too soon, or maybe I didn't.
That's something any savvy competitor can use to their advantage.
Ripley formulating a move.
It's been a reoccurrence all night. Every single time someone takes control, immediately
Uh-oh.
the other one comes back.
She's being prepped for something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Answers back.
Landed on her feet. Uh-oh, but she may have got caught here. Bam! What a clothesline. And Rhea Ripley is looking to put this one away quick. Zero hesitation. Riptide.
Does that put Rhea
Yeah.
out on top and right into the cover?
Here's two.
But it's still over.
Did it. What a huge win. Let's look back on the action from the last match.
Maybe that extra second could pay a difference. It did not. It did not help at all.
Now Julia was still down and out for the count.
She really did. She put up a fight against the women's champion.
She sure did. But the women's champion obviously being too tough for someone like Julia to handle. Oh yeah.
Rhea Ripley has her hand
And we do
raised.
know the next challenger for Rhea Ripley is Lyra Valkyria. Winning our #1 contenders triple threat match last week against Sol Ruca and Roxanne Perez. Oh yeah, that match was an absolute banger. And what a match this was. Rhea Ripley picking up a quick victory though. Still more action headed your way though. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have an I Quit match between Howard the Alien and the Madhouse Jackal. This is the very first I Quit match that we are witnessing here in Season 6. And Michael, what are your thoughts on this one?
Howard the Alien sucks, so let's go Jackal. I mean, this green bum with a random hoodie on, like, I don't understand what he's doing, what he's thinking, looking like that. He looks so stupid. He comes out here and just gets his ass kicked every single time. Because he looks stupid. And now he's got to go up against Jacqueline, and I quit match. And by God, I can't wait to hear this man say the words, I quit.
Well, why don't you like Howard? There has to be a reason. It can't just be the way he looks.
He just looks stupid.
And
What kind of name is Howard?
And, you know, I wouldn't say he loses all the time. This man's a former Intercontinental Champion here in WEF.
Who cares?
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I quit match. Howard the Alien versus the WEF United States Champion, the Madhouse Jackal. Non-title match coming up next.
Jackal beat the shit out of you. Because that's what Jackal does. Jackal comes and beats the shit out of everyone.
Couldn't beat the shit out of Drake Danger though. And here is Howard the Alien. As I said, it is the very first I Quit match here in WEF. And well, we just heard who Michael is rooting for. Certainly not this man.
Why should I?
Sorry about it, Howard. But now here is the WEF United States Heavyweight Champion, the Madhouse Jackal.
Yeah, hasn't really held the world title.
I think he's held it like once, maybe.
Always been a huge dominant force. Just the way he comes out to the ring, you can see why.
Oh
he
yeah.
Comes out so confident. Comes out with just aura, I guess, is the best way to say it.
When this man was RUW 24/7 champion, he was unstoppable, beating everybody. But the second he competed in the RUW Elimination Chamber earlier this year, it was all she wrote for that title round. But this is an I Quit match against the Madhouse Jackal and Howard the Alien. And even though these two are part of a trio here in WEF, they decided to put all that aside, and tonight they go to war. Who is going to say the words, I quit? Jackal is not a man to quit. He is not a man to give up. As you stated, he is one hell of a fighter here in WEF and in RUW. The Madhouse versus the Alien from Area 51. There's the bell. We are now underway, and Jackal is just going to plant Howard.
Said, you may be not partner, but whilst we're in this match, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you.
Oh yeah, and that is just the kind of competitor Jackal is. He doesn't care who he's across the ring from. He beats the hell out of everybody.
That he does, partner or not.
And to be fair, I mean, just look at what Jackal is wearing. He is unhinged. He broke out of a mental asylum just to be a competitor here. From the top elbow. I bet you love to see that, Michael.
This I don't.
Oh, but Jackal doing everything he can to fight back against the Alien. Look at this. He's wrenching away at that arm. Trying to do everything he can to pick apart Howard the Alien, but nothing's going to work. Now Howard has Jackal right where he wants him, and just look at the disrespect from Howard the Alien. It's that cockiness that comes into play, and now it's coming back to bite him in the ass.
And Howard. Well,
okay.
Nope.
Jackal figures he doesn't need the bat. He's just going to whoop ass. Yeah, he's leaving the ring yet again to pick up the bat. I guess now we choose. What the hell? Come on, Jackal. Oh, he just asked the official to ask if Howard quit.
I guess it makes sense as for the mental institution. He's not right in the brain. He just isn't.
Yeah, and Howard says no. What is he thinking here? Oh, what a drop kick. But Jackal gets right back up. Bam! Down goes the madhouse. Uh-oh. Now it's Howard who has the bat, but Jackal able to put a quick stop to that. But now Howard has him grounded.
Get back up.
Has him up into the fireman's carry. Howard, no, don't tell me. Attitude adjustment to the outside.
Grabs the bat. What is he thinking?
Oh my God. Obliterating the madhouse, but no. Jackal now has the bat in hand. The bat that he introduced but chose not to use. But now Howard able to kick him square in the face.
But then seeing his partner use it on him, he says, I don't care anymore. I'm taking it to you.
Oh no. So now Howard was probably looking to rally back, but gets sent right into the barricade. These two are getting a little too close for comfort, right up next to our commentary table. Oh my God.
Not looking too great right now.
No, he is not. And that chair up against the barricade is about halfway through the back end. Yeah, we need to go. We need to book it, but we also have a job to do. Uh-oh. No. Oh! Oh my God! Jackal may have no choice but to quit after this. Oh my God! What?
Jackal is no shame. Said, I don't care. Thank you.
He took a German suplex onto a chair. And he said no. Oh, but now Jackal may have no choice to quit. After this, he may get his arm snapped in half. He really doesn't. Is Jackal going to quit? He does! Jackal just said, I quit. Just when you thought Jackal was not one to give up, he didn't really have a choice in the matter. It was either say I quit or get your arm snapped in two. Looking back at the highlights here, look at this German suplex right on the chair. Oh my God. But then Jackal just got right back up. Yeah, Jackal had no choice but to tap out. What a win for the former WEF Intercontinental Champion, Howard the Alien. But ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that time of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time, folks. And what a banger that we have in store for you coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, as I stated, main event time, world champion versus world champion. These two did battle at season finale 5. Never mind, I just realized Chris Danger is no longer the RUW World Champion. That is my bad. Ashface is the World Champion. However, Chris Danger wants nothing more but a shot to put down Small Afro. He wasn't successful. Actually, he was successful at season finale 5. But can he do it again, or will Small Afro bounce back? We're about to find out, folks. Don't go anywhere. Season 6, as well as like the very tail end of season 5, so far has not gone very well for this man right here, Chris Danger, losing that World Heavyweight Championship right after retaining it against his opponent here tonight, Small Afro, in the main event of season finale 5. But then right after that, Ashface chooses to cash in his Tournament of Hardcore Championship. Danger didn't expect it. He was caught by surprise. And Ashface is the new RUW World Champion. But Michael, I want to know what your thoughts are on this match. You saw what happened at season finale 5. However, this is a rematch, a non-title rematch. What are your thoughts?
We always talk about momentum, right? And Chris Danger really just does not have the momentum right now. You know, it looks like the luck of the Dangers has gone completely the other way. You know, Drake Danger came back and has since then looked dominant. Meanwhile, Chris hasn't. Keep this man, sure, but lost the world title. Right. Calls out the Demon. Loses to him.
I think it was the other way around. I think the Demon called him out.
No, he got called out backstage from him. I don't know if you remember that, but for Demon's hardcore title.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is true.
He loses that match. Demon the next week pulls out the creative card, says, "I'm heading creative. I'm putting you up against the match against me tonight. You wanted me, now I want you." Beats and then beats him to take away his IC title, right? It's not been a good choice for Chris Danger. And truthfully, I can't see it happening tonight. You know, we talked about that momentum, and I think Small Afro is really high.
Oh yeah, Small. I mean, just look at him. Look at the size of that man. WEF Macho Man Champion has held that title since the Big Rumble earlier this year, but he just slipped and fell. And Danger's going to take advantage.
Big man, and big men sometimes fall.
Oh yeah, but now look at that Spirit Bomb by Small Afro.
Small Afro, this has been one hell of a competitor, you know, since joining the company. You know, we've seen him beat the Demon.
Oh!
For his title. We gotta remember, he's the one that beat Demon for the Macho Man World Championship.
That is true, and the Demon was unstoppable. The key word.
Unstoppable force.
Yeah, the key word was.
And we've seen Chris Danger beat him before. Can he do it again?
Yeah, can he do it again? Can the 99 overall Chris Danger defeat someone like the Final Chief, Jaron Small Afro Walker? We've seen him do it before. However, things just have not gone in Danger's way.
We hard to beat the same opponent twice.
Oh, yeah.
And when your opponent is someone as big and bad and dominant as Small Afro has been, it's a tough one to do. It's a tall order to ask.
Yeah, and you can imagine that all that stress on Chris Danger, losing 3 championship matches here in recent months and weeks, you know, that has to weigh on him. So his performance in this match probably has to come from what has been on his mind. He wants nothing more but to get back championship gold. And defeating Small Afro could get him one step closer to that Macho Man championship. And Danger has just got the upper hand. Taste of Danger to the final chief. Oh, but not done there. Not done there. Danger. No! Small Afro shrugs him up and takes him down with a forearm.
Being a double champion. Chris Danger was a double champion.
Yeah, now he's a no champion. He was world heavyweight champion for RUW.
What a drop kick!
Yeah, beautiful drop kick. He was world champion for RUW as well as being their Intercontinental champion at the same time. He went from losing that world heavyweight championship to losing against the Demon for that Intercontinental championship at the very start of season 6. So, you know, the luck has not been on the side of the Demon. And it may not be on his side right now. Covered by Small Afro. Oh, Danger pops the shoulder up though. Yeah, not a lot of strength left in Danger. This match may not last for much longer. Irish whip on Small Afro and takes him down with a clothesline straight from the depths of hell. That's a cover, but Danger is still in it. This one may be over though. This one may be over. Hooking up Danger for the package pile driver. This one's over. And that ends the match.
One of the most dominant forces in the company right now. He's just so bad.
Oh yeah, defeating Danger in sort of an easy defeat.
And if you're Chris Danger, you really got to take time. You hit the taste of Danger. Why do you not?
Yeah, and Danger has to be asking himself, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not winning? What is it about me that I need to improve?
And it's a question like, if he would have stepped in after hitting the taste of Danger.
Oh yeah,
we've seen that end so many matches. What would have been
that could have been the end of the match, but Danger wanted more, and he paid the price here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll just about do it for this week's episode of WEF Strikeout. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Michael for joining me on the commentary table. And I heard that he will also be joining me later this week for an episode of RUW Destination. But this has been Strikeout for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to tune in to RUW Destination to see the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. And we will catch y'all then. Remember, take care of yourself and love yourself. We are out of here. Deuces.